Honorable Chief Minister Anandiben, Honorable Minister Sarabhai Patel, all the dignitaries, and my dear LNTites. The story goes back, yes, as it is said, 20 years ago. It was in 1989 that I came on the board of L&T, and I started to think, why can't we build the whole plant as if we can make the equipment in Hazira? But for that you need knowledge, for you need interface engineering, for which you need technology. And therefore I went around the world 4 to 5 times, and finally for power selected Sarjan and Dundee, and we formed a JV of L&T Sarjan Dundee for power here in Vadodara. And then from Japan, we formed a joint venture with Toyota, and that exists also in Vadodara. But with this 2 JV, gave us so much of strength and qualification that right from 1995, we were allowed to bid for turnkey EPC project both in power and hydrocarbon. That gave us the muscle to be able to compete with the international companies in building EPC, which hardly ever existed in India before. Well, I had a hard time getting a land. Near the airport there was some land about 20-25 acres, but both sides were villages. And it took me 5 or 6 years and we couldn't get that land. But in parallel, we started hiring the buildings, renting warehouse, converting that into office. I used to come here minimum 2 days a week every day, between 94 and 96 before it got going, and then once a week and so on. You need tremendous amount of dedication for any new thing to happen. And we had, by the time we were done and we couldn't get the land, we had 7 buildings from where we were operating. Finally, with lot of efforts and the support of the Gujarat government, I must thank them for that. They helped us get that land. Some of it was government, the balance was private. We followed the process. There was no city nearby. It has grown only over the last 10-15 years. There was nothing otherwise. There was only a grass. And you can see that it has now become one of the best, if not the best in India. And in terms of engineering and knowledge, perhaps the best in India. Now, alongside this, 10 years before we started a development of Hazira in 1983, I walked around the land. There was a 2 feet of water because on the high tide the water used to come. And I used to walk on the gumboots kilometers and kilometers, and finally selected the land which Gujarat government gave us, about 200 acres. That has expanded and now it is more than 700 acres. But that is today much beyond what I had dreamed of, much beyond. I thought one day we will make nuclear reactor, for which it was built, hydrocrackers and heavy reactors. Little that I knew that time that one day we will end up building one of the most prestigious 4-shop, 1000 megawatt turbine, 1000 megawatt supercritical boilers, and of course all kinds of new types of nuclear reactor, whether it is pressurized water or a boiling water, hopefully that we will do in 2 years' time. So, while Hazira we wanted to build a muscle to get things done, we wanted to put Baroda in support of that, to give all the assistance to make the world's some of the most critical projects and equipment in Hazira. So, this twin together has created a pride of India. L&T has always stood for building the nation. That has been our motto. By the way, that has been my main motivation, in spite of many other attractions, to be with L&T all time of my 50 years. And I want to tell you, this is the land of Mahatma Gandhi, who gave us freedom. And a muscle man, the Iron Man, Sardar Patel, who brought the whole country together. Both, therefore, played a significant role in what the independent India is today. That had been the great inspiration to my grandfather, to my father, little bit percolated in me. And I think what you see here now in Hazira and Vadodara, and including the defense small factory that we have in GIDC, but all of that are nothing but the symbol of determination to build our modern India, to build powerful India, the India that can not only protect but can demonstrate that we are certainly one among the three most powerful economy of the world. So I urge to you to help us build this further. I have in my vision 20,000 engineers working here. We are now, with the new building coming up, we'll add another 2,000. And 10 years from now, maybe that dream will be fulfilled. So work with great enthusiasm. See that Baroda becomes a place, the destination of choice for all the engineers across the nation. And I want to once again thank Anandiben and Saurabh for having accepted my invitation within 3 minutes on the phone. That shows what a great interest they had already to come here and see these wonderful facilities of Larsen & Toubro. I want to say this: keep going, keep moving, and we will continue to grow and build, as I said, tomorrow's India. Thank you very much.